Hey, welcome back to the Instagram stories. And today I'm sorry I'm a little earlier, but I can't do it in the afternoon. So today I want to talk about the Fujifilm GF670. It's Fuji's latest medium format camera, which they discontinued around 2009. And it's been in the news these few days because supposedly Fuji found a bunch of them new old stock in the warehouse, and B&H has put them on for sale. So I had it for a while, a long time ago, and I just wanted to give my insight about what I felt about it, how it was to use, and the issues I had, and so forth. First, if you guys don't know it, it's 6x7 and 6x6 folder camera, kind of like the Fujifilm Machina or some of the older folders. But you can't change mid-roll, so you got to choose 6x6 or 6x7 at the beginning and go through it. It shoots 120 or 220 film, which 220 is discontinued now, but you can still find it expired or on eBay. It has an 80 fixed millimeter 3.5 aperture, goes all the way to f22 in half stops. It has a built-in light meter, and it can shoot in manual, and you can override it with plus, minus, I think up to 2 stops either way. Instead of advancing with a lever, it advances with a little knob, so that's a little different too. Focusing is on the lens, and you have to focus to infinite to be able to fold it back, kind of like the Fujifilm Machina. If not, the lens protrudes a bit too much. Another thing you have to know is it won't fold with the lens cap or with a filter screwed in, so you have to take it off if you're one of those that uses a polarized filter or UV filter. It's not the camera for you. Just use no filters or use color filters and screw on, screw off. Then it only hangs sideways, kind of like the Leica M5 at the beginning or the Mamiya 7 original one. And apart from that, there's not much more to the camera. It's really lightweight. You can barely hear it when it shoots, so it does happen. Then you click, and you don't know if it shot or not. Even more silent than the Mamiya 7 or Leica cameras. And it produces amazing negatives. I mean, it's a great camera to travel with. And in that regard, I want to recommend a friend, an online buddy of mine, which is called Hogarth Ferguson. It's not his actual real name. He uses like an alias. And he has a website where he's talked about not only the GF670, but the wide version, which is a 55. I think it's an f4 fixed lens. It has no bellows. It just has a helical, which moves it. So I'll leave the links below on the YouTube video, and you guys should check him out. He travels all over the world. I don't even understand how he does it, but he does use these cameras every day, and he has a good insight. And now onto my opinion about using the camera. I found the camera to be really lightweight and easy to use. Nice to take on your side and travel with. Super fun camera, just pop open. Remember, you're focused at infinite, so you have to, set it up close up if you're shooting something close. As a rangefinder, which it is, you won't be able to focus real up close like the Leicas or any of that. I think 0.7 is the maximum, which is pretty good considering the Mamiya 7 I think is like 1 meter. And I like the camera. I bought it for a friend, not for me. New at B&H when they were still made. And the first one came faulty. The light meter would read the same meterings at whatever f-stop. So that had to be returned. They shipped another one, which I live in Spain, so that was not easy. Buying a B&H, shipping to Miami, which is where my wife is, bringing the camera here, being faulty, going back, and so forth. Basically, the second one I used, and it worked for me. I tried it. He told me, test it out, just in case, in Miami. I was there for summer. I shot, 10 rolls, and it worked fine. Came back to Spain, put it in the box, shipped it to him, and he had issues with it. The camera kept on counting after the exposure number 10. If you don't know, 6x7 does 10 exposures in 120 and 20 exposures on 220. So it kept on shooting, thinking it had more film in it. So he shoots blind shots every now and then. He's returned the camera to Fuji 3 times, and it still has had that issue. So yeah, Not saying it's bad, but just beware. And Fuji doesn't support that camera being fixed anymore. I wonder what B&H is going to do with the new old stock they have. And that was issue number 2 with my friend's camera. Then I've been told that the batteries drain in the cold, but I think that's an issue with every kind of electronic device, like phones, digital cameras. The Pentax 6x7 had a little extender so you could put the battery in your pocket when it was cold. So that's probably not a major issue. And yeah, they're great cameras. It is electronic, so if the batteries are dead, there's no camera, not one speed. So you want to know that. And yeah, basically that's my opinion. It's a great camera. Beware, and ask the seller if you're buying secondhand if the camera had any of these issues or any others. But it's an option. Also, I haven't said is Fuji did not make this camera. It was a Voigtlander or Cosina. Let me show you these people. You guys don't know. Voigtlander was making this camera called Bessa 3. So yeah, if you want to buy same as the Fuji but the original makers, it's the Voigtlander that makes them. So I recommend you, I don't know, I kind of like buying the original. Fuji actually was cheaper even when they both were made, and Fuji had them in silver and black, and Voigtlander had them, at least that I know, in black. So yeah, that's just my opinion on the subject. I recommend you guys test it out. It's awesome. If you buy it new, make sure you can have like some service or be able to return it if it comes faulty. And if you don't want to buy it new, which is something I wanted to talk about, B&H listed it at $1,600, like $1,699. And the next day it was $1,799, and 2 days later it was $1,999, and yesterday I checked and it was $2,199, and they're selling or pre-order, and they'll ship in February. So I don't know if Fuji bumped the price or B&H, but I don't think it's a very good image to the store. I understand eBay resellers do this, you know, buy cheap, sell more expensive when there's no more, it's new old stock and all that. But if you have a price, just stick to it, and don't take advantage of people wanting a new camera. This friend of mine, Haworth, actually bought his wide brand new from Bellamy Hunt, from Japan Camera Hunter, for $2,100, I think, shipping included. So do think about going that way if you don't want to pay the premium of new old stock from B&H or Fuji bumping the price like they did in the FP100C. So yeah, basically that's my take on the GF670. I'm going to try to get my hands on it again so I can do a proper review and not just talk about it without having a camera with me or showing results. And that's all for today. And tomorrow I will be talking about the Leica M3 and my opinion about it. I've had it, I've used it. I have the M2, which is my daily carry camera, and yeah, that will be it. I'll try to do a darkroom tour, which may come tomorrow or in a few days because someone asked for that. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow in the next video.